Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a weekly love spread for all of my Virgos out there from September 6th to the 12th. So, let's get out to it. All right. Sun rising Venus and Jupiter, Sun and Moon rising Venus and Jupiter, Sun rising Venus and Jupiter, Sun rising Venus and Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. What type of love or energy is coming towards my fellow Virgos out there? What kind of love or energy is coming towards my fellow Virgos out there? Show me the cards I need to see. All right, feels great. There you go. Alrighty. Okay, so we're dealing with a situation where you got a Five of Cups situation here. So someone is looking back in regret, if you will, crying over spilled milk, looking at the past. So there's definitely this situation which there's a focus from this individual on the past, looking back in regret about the way things were handled. I'm feeling here how the way things were handled, way the things were things that were said, things that were done. So there's this aspect, a sense of regret here. But the wheel of fortune is beginning to move in their favor. Okay, so even though they're in a very reflective place, regretfully reflective place, things are kind of starting to turn here in their favor, kind of turn around here. And their intuition, their intuition here is really beginning to kind of help them maneuver through this situation here. Because I'm getting the sense that they have a sense here that um, you know you're a good person to talk to and communicate to, and that's what their intuition is telling them. Now, this person is very passionate, if you will, very passionate. They see you as a very passionate individual here. This is a person that you work with here. This is a person that you work with here. So, in other words, this looks to be. I'm getting the sense here. This is someone that has come off of a rebound type situation, and this is someone that you talk to that kind of confides in you, if you will, at your place of work, and there is beginning to be some type of attraction that's beginning to take place between you and this individual. There's beginning to be a sense of attraction that you guys are really beginning to kind of have for each other, more so than you now. That being said, we got the double card here as well. Okay, so the double card can mean a couple things in the sense of context here. It could mean some type of alcoholism, okay, some type of opioid addiction, or overall toxic attachment here. Now, with this particular situation here, it may be, they may be hitting the spirits a little bit, not the spirits, but the spirits meaning alcohol, a little too heavily because it's helping them deal with their depression, okay? And that's the sense that I get here with this situation, and or it could be they're beginning to have like a toxic relationship, toxic attachment towards you, an unhealthy attachment because they may be confiding in you just a little bit too much, and they're really beginning to become dependent on that to help them get through the day. And also, you got the sense here it could be a little bit of both, a little bit of them having an unhealthy attachment to you to kind of get through their day, but also in conjunction with that kind of developing a drinking problem. Okay, um, yeah, and so that may be, so possibly also be some type of opioid addiction. But whatever it is the substance is they don't have a grip on it on the substance. They don't have a grip on it. It's kind of they're telling themselves they have control of it, but they kind of don't. And they're also beginning to have an unhealthy attachment towards you. Now, again, you guys send, Queen of Wands energy. They're kind of sending, you know, energy out towards you. They're sending energy out towards them, and this warm vibrating energy. So there's definitely an attraction there, and Ace of Cups. Somebody is falling in love with somebody. Okay, I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it's you, but somebody is falling in love with somebody, like deeply, purely in love with somebody. Um, so that's what's beginning to happen in that particular situation. And just kind of rounding things out here, it looks as if at this point they're kind of the only, they're kind of over their ex, if you will. The only thing they're feeling kind of like is the pain, and they're using, the substances that kind of help them kind of maneuver through that. That's what they're telling themselves. But at this point, they're kind of over it because they're kind of just using it as a segue as an excuse to kind of get close to you at this point. That's just like a line of communication. This is the situation. This is how you recognize the situation. The probably will start out like, yeah, I'm still messed up about this and that, and how are you doing? So that's it's kind of like that's kind of like the door of they're opening up to kind of start that conversation, if you will. All right, so just to kind of let you know what's going on. So with that being said, here, um, let's see what are the potential overall strengths of this particular situation. What are the overall strengths of this particular situation? What are the overall strengths of this potential situation? Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Here we go. Here we go. Overall potential strength of the situation. So we got the Five of Cups here. Okay, so again, this is the potential strength of this particular union. Kind of goes a little bit hand in hand with what I said. And I'll tell you why. So person's looking back and regret, how they handled themselves and so forth. And again, that's like a segue. That's a bridge. That's a bridge of communication. Bang. Okay, that's kind of bringing you guys together. That's being that depression or whatever is being used as a conduit to kind of bring you guys together to kind of start the conversation to give you guys something to talk about. Now, okay. With that being said, there is something a little bit deceptive. Okay, the Moon card here. There's some a little bit of deception going on here. As I said before, um, my sense is that they're kind of past this X stuff here. And the substances that they may be using to help them cope actually is kind of an addiction at this point. I'm not saying that's pretty much. It didn't start out that way, but I'm kind of feeling like that's where it's at now. Um, and they're deceiving themselves as far as that goes, and they're also maybe in a roundabout way kind of deceiving you as far as really what the true nature of their intentions are at this point. We're kind of past the point of the Hell X thing. Is mainly about them kind of getting close to you, and again, it's not the only nefarious thing about it here is that they're just not really just being open and honest about what their intentions are at this point, because you feel something for them as well. Okay, and so it's real. It's just that they just need to just be clear about it because also here we got the Ace of Swords here, and that represents an aspect of someone at mental clarity, removal of mental blockages. So this is very clear, in their mind what they're doing. They're very clear about what their end game here is. Okay, this is a person that material abundance, happiness, fertility. They really want to start something fresh and something new with you, possible have children at some point in the future. Now, they do think that they have the high ground here with the Seven of Wands energy. There's a think that they have the high ground here, defending their position. Like, listen, I'm using this platform, or I'm using that platform, but I'm using this opportunity to move past the hurt and move on to something else that was a lot better and someone that's a lot more interested in me as a person anyway. So it's the Seven of Wands. They're kind of trying to defend their position. Although we have since here with the Five of Swords here, and this may be energy from both of you guys because there may be the sense here with them like should I kind of stay with this particular situation or kind of should I walk away from it because at this point, the initial reason why I really started getting close to this person, they've kind of already helped me through this. Um, and so that has entered their mind. Also, on your part, it may be a little bit like you may also kind of be aware, like, well, I am kind of aware at this point that this is kind of like more, more or less, we're kind of flirting with each other at this point. So, again, and finally here we have a sense of here we have the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of passion, a lot of potential passion moving in that direction and rapidly moving in that direction. So, with that being said, let's see what additional information the Spirit wants to give. What additional information the Spirit wants to give here before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give here before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit want to give before I shut this thing down? Two cards that I need to see. So, repetition. There's definitely repeating patterns here. It's always the same way. You guys kind of start out, in the more talking, and then they'll talk a little bit about their emotional stuff they're dealing with, and kind of then it moves into how things are going with you, what's going on in your life. So this is a repetitive pattern. This is a repeating theme here. You're aware of this, and they're aware of it at this point. But there is going to come a time when there's going to be a shift here. There's going to be a shift here, and the shift's going to be, the conversation is going to move from, okay, enough of that, where are we going to go with this, all right? And there's going to be a sense of revision here, kind of revising things, kind of like putting putting things in the right view, if you will, because right now it's still kind of skewed. It's kind of making it look like it's more of a transitional thing, but we're past transition. We're already there, okay? So that's pretty much with that. So I'm gonna shut this thing down now. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone, but if it does resonate with you, you want to know more about this particular situation, again, I'll leave the link below. Make yourself get yourself a personal reading. And if it doesn't resonate with you, take those parts of this reading that do. The parts that don't, dismiss them outright. Okay. You guys haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and have a great rest of your day, no matter where you are in the rest of the world.